Hey guys, Marsting here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're going to go through the team building guide for the LR MAJIN Vegeta Extreme Z battle, which will be dropping on Global. I think it comes out like 11 hours after this video first goes up. I always put my team building guides out the night before the event. I will be streaming the event live as well, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel, click that bell button if you want to stay notified, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you at the stream. So the Extreme Z battle for MAJIN Vegeta is a typical LR EZA. It's 10 stages, and then obviously if you want to go past stage 10, you just get Hercule statues out of it. The LR ones usually are a lot harder to get multiple stages higher, and they just give you the same Hercule statues. So if you want to farm Zenny, there's usually better stages to do than the LR ones, but I still find it fun to see how far I can go. Obviously, by doing the 10 stages, you get all the medals to EZA him. You get 5 type Kais, so you can put him straight to SA 25. You get 30 stones, and then there's also a mission along the way. Just once you've done stage 7, you get an extra 3. So you get 33 stones. Now, unlike a normal 30 stage EZA, there's no stage where suddenly certain types get massive damage disadvantage. Like in a normal 30 stage EZA, you get to stage 20, and then it will have something like tech and physical get do minus 80% damage. LR EZAs don't have that, primarily because the main link to actually deal damage is legendary power, and some of these categories don't have a lot of LRs. So once you start restricting typings, it would then make team building even more difficult. Now, obviously, MAJIN Vegeta is AGL, so you don't really want to bring STR units, but you can, I guess, technically if you want to. And then the category in terms of units who are going to take less damage, who you obviously want to prioritize your team, is Super Saiyan 2. So we're going to have a look at the category. As always with my team building guides, I go over my top picks as well as some honourable mentions. If you think there's any units that I missed out or that I should have talked more about, let me know down below in the comments section. And if you did find the guide helpful, do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're getting close to hitting our 15k sub goal, so that would be pretty nice. Now, let's go ahead and jump straight in. So, first up, we're obviously going to talk about Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. He's the best leader for the team. Super Saiyan 2 category 3 key, HP attack and defense 170. So 170 across the board leader skill. He's got type advantage. You pick up 3 orbs, he gets a little bit of extra attack and defense. So he's going to be a very, very good unit in this event, even though he's not an LR. And he's probably not really ever going to transform into MAJIN Vegeta, because the enemy has to have 80% or more HP from the start of turn 3. Which in an EZA, unless you're on like the final stage and you've got a really weak team, it's very unlikely that you haven't done 20% damage in the first 2 turns. So you don't need to worry about him transforming into MAJIN Vegeta, which would be a bit of a detriment, I guess, in this event, because most of the other Super Saiyan 2s we're going to talk about, almost all of them in fact, are all prepared for battle units. And of course, when he transforms into MAJIN Vegeta, his prepared for battle changes to over in a flash, which makes him link up a little bit more wonky with the rest of the team. So he's probably not going to transform that often, but he's going to be perfectly fine in his Super Saiyan 2 form. Next up, we have the Agl Transforming Goku. So this guy obviously is a super class leads 3 key, HP attack and defense 130. So if you're missing out a better option for leader, then this guy is going to be really good. When he first came out, even before his EZA, he was just a solid option for a stand-in leader for categories that you didn't have the leader for. I remember Super Saiyan 3, if you didn't pull Int Bardock, a lot of people would use this guy as the leader. So he's a very, very good stand-in if you don't have the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Another one that would be interesting that can make for some good team builds is the Kale and Khalifa that came out recently, because obviously they transform into Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, so they're on the team. But their leader skill, Bond of Friendship and Rapid Growth, you can very easily make a full team of Universe 6 Saiyan girls. Or you can even, because it's Bond of Friendship, you can throw some of the Gokus in there. So if you've pulled these guys, if you did someone on their banner, you can actually make a very, very good team with them. And they are a solid unit. They have type advantage. They're built more for longer events, but they do start off with decent stats. They obviously build up with each attack performed. You're not fighting a Universe Survival Saga enemy, so you don't get the extra attack buff. And you probably won't see them fuse because you don't get to do it until turn 6. If you do somehow get that far, then obviously when they fuse, you do get a little bit of a heal, which is nice in EZAs, because obviously you can't heal. And if you've gotten to turn 6, you've probably lost a decent amount of health. So you can then recover some of that HP, and then I would imagine Kefla would just finish them off that turn if you've actually managed to make it to turn 6. Next up, we also have the Agl LR Gohan. So not only is he a very good pick for the team in general, because obviously he's Super Saiyan in his starting form. You're not going to be able to transform him on this team or in this event. But, you know, he's very solid in his Super Saiyan 1 form, raises defense on super attack, has good links. But he is also the Kamehameha leader, so if you have him, you can use him as a leader, and then obviously just throw on a bunch of the different Gokus and Gohans that are on this team that are in the Kamehameha category that are also Super Saiyan 2. So he's another good stand-in leader, and then even if you're not using him as the leader, he is a very solid unit to have on the team, especially because of how well he will link up with the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. That rotation will be pretty crazy, because obviously you're getting legendary power, so you can do the extra damage. And this Gohan probably is the best unit for this event. Like, once you've picked your leader, if you have this guy, you should put him straight on the team, as long as he fits under that leader skill. There's no Movie Heroes Goku on the team, so you can't get his full potential, but he's just very, very powerful. He raises defense on both of his super attacks. He has a built-in chance to additional, and he gets extra key per key sphere obtained, as well as having that nuking style passive. So it's very easy to get his 18 key super, and then, yeah, potentially just pop off with multiple supers in the same turn and deal an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage. So he is a very top pick for this event for sure. If you don't have him, you can use the Int one, who got his Easy A little while ago on JP, on Global, because remember that in Easy A's, you can't use the same name update, so you can't use units with the same name, so you either have to use the Tech guy or this guy. Obviously, for this particular event, the Tech guy is definitely much better, but this Int Gohan is still pretty good after his Easy A. Obviously, he didn't become anything too crazy, but they shored up his defense, which was probably his major issue, so he will still be very effective in this event as well. Next up, we have the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta. Now, he does have a couple of options to get his full potential, because he needs a Majin Buu Saga Goku. So he will be very, very good on this team. Now, none of the Majin Buu Saga Gokus you can run him with on Super Saiyan 2 are LRs. So obviously he wouldn't be getting legendary power to do that extra damage. But the way I often run him is to have a Super Saiyan 2 Goku in slot 1 anyway. Have this guy in slot 2, and then you can have some of your other LRs on the team floating so that he is always getting legendary power active when he's in that middle slot. So he's really good. You can deliberately go for his 12 key super in the later stages, so he raises defense, and then he will be able to tank reasonably well. Obviously, his active skill requires a Majin Buu Saga Goku, but you can use it on turn 3, and that gives him one extra key, 59% attack and 78% defense. Like, in the early stages, you could probably quite easily get to turn 3, use his active skill, and then just use it to win. Because obviously he gets the unit super as well with a Majin Buu Saga Goku on his 18 key, which does a lot of damage. The turn where you're using his active skill and then doing the 18 key super, he is going to do a crazy amount of damage. So definitely a very solid pick as well. And then I think lastly for the LRs, we have Agl Kale and Khalifa. Very, very good, because you're fighting a pure Saiyan, they get a guaranteed additional super. So you super attack with them, they get a normal attack from their passive, then they get a guaranteed additional super. And then, you know, you also then have the potential for their hidden potential to kick in and get another additional attack. They build up key and dodge chance with each attack, as well as raising defense on super. So they're going to be stacking up their defense and then potentially dodging attacks as well. So very, very good. Especially, again, if you're running the Tech Kale and Khalifa, you could have these guys as a rotation. They link up really well, and then that is going to be a very, very strong setup. There's a lot of Universe 6 girl characters you can run on this team. I did bring her page up, but of course we always have to mention any Easy A that's against a pure Saiyan. Tech Khalifa, you could bring her on the team. She's not really going to be doing any damage, but she has the 100% chance to dodge. So you can very easily make a full like Universe 6 girls team to do this event. Next up, we have the Agl Khalifa. After her Easy A, she raises defense on super, she can dodge, she can counter super attacks, so really good. She also has attacks effective against all types when there's a Kale attacking in the same turn, which is good for this event because obviously she's type neutral. So if you are going to build the full girls like build of this team, she's definitely very, very good to have on here. Obviously always nice when you actually get that super attack counter off, so very, very solid. Next up, we have the Int Kale that got her Easy A fairly recently. Now, obviously, you can only really use her if you are running a bunch of the Universe 6 girls, because she supports Universe Survival Saga. She also gives extra support if there's a Khalifa on the same rotation. So, if you are running the team largely made up of Kale and Khalifa units, then this Kale is probably an auto-include just to provide that extra support. And after her Easy A, she's obviously much stronger defensively, so she is a very good pick as well. You probably don't want her taking a super in like the later stages, but she definitely will be very useful. Next up, we have this Super Saiyan 2 Goku, the physical one. I recommend him over the AGL one because he's more defensive. He stacks defense on his super attack, whereas the AGL one stacks attack. I actually use this guy as my rotation partner for the Angel Vegeta most of the time, because after getting off 1 or 2 supers, his start of turn defense will then be higher than Angel Vegeta, so you can put him in slot 1, Angel Vegeta in slot 2, and then obviously, like I said, you can have LRs floating so that you get that legendary power active in the middle. So very, very good. Obviously, he fulfills that Majin Buu Saga Goku role, so he is a very solid unit. Obviously, another unit who is much better offensively is the Int Super Saiyan 2 Dokkan Fest Goku. Same thing with the Tech Vegeta. He's probably never going to transform into Super Saiyan 3, which is actually good because then it means he links up better with the rest of the team for the majority of the event. So he is a very solid option as well. Like I say, he's definitely more powerful than the physical Goku. And his defense is pretty solid as well, as long as you pick up those 3 orbs. So in a lot of longer events, I don't bring him as the rotation partner for Vegeta because he undoubtedly will transform into Super Saiyan 3, and then it makes that rotation a little bit less synergistic. Whereas in this, where he's probably not going to transform, he actually probably is the better option than the physical Goku. So he's obviously another top pick. Next up, we have this Gohan, who got his Easy A. I don't think he had his Easy A when this came out on JP, so he is a very solid option. Greatly raises attack and defense on Super. He provides allies with 35% attack and defense support, so really, really good. And then once he's super attacked 3 times, he has a medium chance to crit and a medium chance to dodge. Unless you're getting additionals, since you're probably using him as a 3rd slot float in this event, you're probably not going to get to the point where he super attacks 3 times. But he's just very, very good to bring for providing that support to everybody on the team. And obviously post Easy A, he holds his own defensively. Next up, we have another Easy A that was not out on JP. That's why I always make 2 versions of these guys, right? Because some of these units just weren't on JP when this Easy A came out. And that is the Easy A for the physical Kefla. She's crazy. Like, even if you're not running a Universe 6 Girls, like, themed team, I probably would bring her anyway. Because she infinitely stacks defense and has a built-in chance to additional. So, post-super attack, she can obviously be pretty tanky. She's a nuking-style unit that creates her own orbs. So, she can suffer from bad RNG sometimes if you get a bad set of orbs. But, you know, she can deal a ton of damage. If you pick up 6 or more physical orbs, she gets an extra 60% attack as well. So, she can hit some very, very strong attack stats. So, she's very, very good even if you're not bringing a ton of other Universe 6 girl characters. Next up, we have this Kabe. He got his Easy A recently, so he is a much stronger unit now. He also has type advantage, so he's a very, very solid option, as well as the fact that he is a free-to-play unit, so he's a bit of an easier option for a lot of other people. Now, he gets extra attack and defense and crit chance per Universe Survival Saga ally, so he's probably better again on another team build that has a lot of Kale and Khalifa units, although he is not on the categories for the Tech Kale and Khalifa leader. So if you are running their team build, you can't use him, but he is still a very solid unit, so I definitely think he is worth bringing. Actually, wait, let me double check. Did I just completely mess up their leader skill? Yeah, it's Rapid Growth, which Kabe is on. So actually he is on their team, so very, very solid. I completely forgot what their second leader skill was. Shows how much I've used them since I pulled them, but yeah, he's very good to run on their team as well. So then we have this Super Saiyan 2 Goku, got his Easy A recently. He's nothing too crazy, I just thought he was a good honourable mention because he's got pretty solid start of turn stats. He gets a good defense buff on Super from his passive and from his super attack effect, so he's like a good final 6th unit choice. And then same for this Tech Majin Vegeta. He's got type advantage. He doesn't link super well with the team because, like I was saying about the Vegeta right at the beginning, he does have over and a flash. But if you're really short on units, he is Tech. Obviously, the fact that he's AoE doesn't really matter because you're fighting one enemy. But he can do reasonable damage and has reasonable defense. But again, he is more of an honourable mention. Like, you know, last resort pick if you've built your team and you just need one more unit and you don't really have a lot of other options, then I would put him on there. So going back to look at the list with Super Saiyan 2, I mean, technically you can use Majin Vegeta on there, but he's just not going to be that good until he's fully Easy 8, and by then you've done the event, right? So kind of pointless. Talked about this Goku. He's not as good as the physical one. This Super Saiyan 2 AGL Agl Goku is actually pretty good as well. He creates orbs and heals quite a lot. So in Easy A's where you obviously can't use items, that can be really, really useful. Especially if you're finding the later stages a little bit more difficult. So he could actually be a pretty decent pick. This Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the World Tournament is a support unit, but he's pretty outdated now. The Super Saiyan 2 Goku, I think, is it this one? There's a Super Saiyan 2 Goku that gets a big buff with, like, Super Saiyan 2 allies on the rotation. Yeah, this guy. So he's actually pretty good on a Super Saiyan 2 team. He doesn't provide any support or anything. He's just a solid unit on his own. So he's actually a pretty decent pick as well. And then, yeah, STR units, like I said, probably not really worth bringing a lot of them. I mean, this Trunks and this Super Saiyan 2 Saiyan Man are really good. So is this Khalifa if you are running a bunch of Universe 6 girls, because she does have a decent dodge chance. But a lot of the other STR units I probably wouldn't bother bringing. So there you go. That is my top picks and honourable mentions for the Majin Vegeta Extreme Z battle. Let me know, like I say, down below if there's a unit that I missed that you think I should have talked about more. And let me know what your team build is going to look like for this event. So, like I said at the beginning, I will be streaming this as soon as it goes live. So, hopefully I will see you guys there. And, yeah, let me know your teams down below in the comment section. So, that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.